Here's who stood out on day one of the 49ers joint practices with the Minnesota Vikings. Keep in mind, the 49ers offense and defense practice simultaneously on separate fields, and I mostly watched the offense. The good. Quarterback Trey Lance. He completed 11 of 16 passes and threw 0 interceptions, which is most important. The 49ers don't expect Lance to be a fully formed, efficient pocket passer right away, but they do expect him to protect the football, unlike the previous starting quarterback, who was an interception machine. And Lance did that today. Lance also made an extremely clutch play on 4th and 10 during a 2-minute drill. The Vikings rushed 3, Lance scrambled to his right, spotted Deebo Samuel crossing the middle of the field and hit him for a 30-yard gain. So Lance is a game manager and a playmaker, unlike the previous starting quarterback, who was neither. As Lance gets older, he will need to improve from the pocket. Today he missed a potential big play to Samuel over the middle. Lance sailed the pass. He also missed George Kittle in the end zone for an easy touchdown. When a reporter asked Lance after practice how he felt he performed, he was honest that he could have played better and immediately referenced those 2 misses, as opposed to the previous starting quarterback who smiled a lot and never took accountability for his mistakes. What was his name again? I forget. Wide receiver Deebo Samuel. He seems back to himself after reporting to camp slightly overweight. Today, Samuel looked fast and explosive as a wide receiver. He didn't play any running back. As long as he stays healthy, he'll have more than enough time to get himself in peak physical form by week 1. Safety George Odom. He's winning the competition against Tavarius Moore to start week 1 in place of the injured Jimmy Ward. Today, Moore gave up another long catch, while Odom intercepted Kirk Cousins once and batted another one of his passes to the ground. Right tackle Jordan Mills. He was the only 49ers offensive tackle who could block Vikings edge rusher Danielle Hunter during one-on-ones. Mike McGlinchey is out with a knee injury, and Trent Williams didn't face Hunter. The Niners need to make Mills their starting right tackle ASAP because he's better than Colton McKivitz. More on him in a minute. Left guard Jason Poe. Every day, he's the 49ers' best interior pass protector during one-on-ones. It simply is impossible to get under his pads and move him. He will be a starter sooner rather than later. The not so good. Pass coverage in general. The 49ers were missing 3/4 of their starting secondary, Jimmy Ward, Trevarius Ward, and Emmanuel Mosley. And so they gave up 14 catches on 21 pass attempts to Kirk Cousins, who looked better than I've ever seen him. He must be one heck of a practice player because he's not exactly a gamer. The pass protection in general. The 49ers offensive line gave up 4 sacks during 11-on-11s. After practice, Kyle Shanahan said the 49ers pass protection performed about how he expected it would, which means he expected it to struggle. So did I. The 49ers offensive line isn't good enough. Right tackle Colton McKivitz. He gave up at least 1 sack during team drills and got whooped by Danielle Hunter during one-on-ones. McKivitz should not play tackle in the NFL. He's a guard. Center Jake Brendel. He got beat during one-on-ones by 3rd-string nose tackle TJ Smith, whoever that is, then fumbled a snap during 11-on-11s. The 49ers do not have a starting center on their roster. Brendel is a backup at best. Left tackle Justin Skule. He tried to block Zadarius Smith during one-on-ones, but Skule's right leg slipped on the grass, so he did the splits and fell. This was the least athletic play of the day. Skule is hanging on to his roster spot by a thread.